So here we are now in English, talking with Brad King, a good friend of mine. Is a great chance to have him here in Brazil in our podcast to discuss not only the future of financial services, but Brad is also exploring a lot of futurism, about the big changes that we are going through as a society. So, Brad, it's an honor to have you here.
It's only fair. You've been on my podcast recently.
Yeah,
so,
that's cool. It's
good to work with you again.
And it's good to have you in person.
I know.
It's a very good chance. So the stars aligned, and here we are. So, Brad, I think this is just for starters. I would like to understand with you, if you have the chance to say a few things about your early days, about your career, for some of the people that might not know you, which is a shame, because you're, a must know guy for everyone. Need to know about you, about what you do. But anyways, I think it would be good to go through your early days in the financial industry as a futurist, and as an author,
sure.
and then all the way through everything you do as a speaker and a global speaker, and all the new stuff that you're doing right now.
So I actually started my career as a technologist, as a coder, programmer.
Oh, nice.
I have to be careful with that because I said on one podcast I was interviewed, I used the term a slang term for a programmer as a byte ripper.
Yeah.
And it somehow got translated as a rapper. So people asked me when I was a rapper, and I was like, no.
That's unusual, right?
No, not a rapper. But yeah, I started as a technologist.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of work with major brands on the .com strategy. I was in Hong Kong in the noughties, and worked on HSBC's .com strategy. And then moved to Dubai in 2006, and while working on digital strategy in Dubai, because Dubai was an upcoming market at the time, and then ended up moving when Bank 2.0 launched in 2010. It was my first book that blew up in a good way, became a bestseller in 20 countries, and that now allowed me the opportunity to go to live in New York. And I took a role as a resident futurist for a digital agency specializing in design and architecture for the banking sector, But always I've been on that sort of cusp of advancing technology and technology strategy, a lot for financial services, but I've done, other industries as well. But yeah, it's been a wild ride.
Fantastic. When you moved to New York City, was you were like an independent consultant, or like you were starting moving or another project?
Good question. Yeah. So I did the book launch for Bank 2.0 was in April 2010 in Singapore. You may know Emmanuel Daniel from Asian Banker. So he helped me launch that. So shout out to ED if he's listening. And I launched the book there in Singapore. My publisher at the time, Marshall, was a little bit careful about the book. They didn't know if it was going to go off or not. So we did a limited print run, and it went very well in those, at the launch of the... At the Asian Banking Summit. Then I went to London in June, and then July to New York, and then to Los Angeles on the West Coast, and launched in August.
Fantastic.
In July, when I was in New York, I met with Josh and Shamir from Simple, and I met Alex Sion. And Alex and I had been having some contact about working together.
Yeah.
And I had the idea already for starting my own bank because I knew the fintech boom was going to be huge.
Yeah.
I missed the .com boom to some extent, but I knew this was the perfect opportunity, and I wanted to build a mobile bank. And so on August the 8th, 2010, while I was doing the book tour for Bank 2.0, I registered the domain moveandbank.com.
Oh, nice.
And I was actually at a book launch in Santa Monica in LA, and there was a VC at the launch of the book, and he said, I was describing how we would download a bank account, how we would pay for our phone, how, you would get access to instant credit, and you'd have, behavioral savings tools and things in the app. And his response was, but banks are not going to do this.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're too stuck in their product mindset and so forth. So who's going to do this? Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to do it. And that afternoon I went and registered the domain, and that was the start of Movin' Bank. Yeah. So that was August 2010. And then November I went back to New York, or I moved to New York. Alex and I started working together, and I remember having coffee with him at 5 Penn Plaza near Penn Station in New York, and I pitched the idea of moving to him, and he's like, I'm in. So he became my co-founder, and we officially launched. So April 2011, we set up the company. We officially launched Movin' at Cybos in October of 2011.
Fantastic. Yeah.